down the field, put themselves in a goal-to-go situation on third down. It's not going to be easy throwing it, but they win the matchup, accurate throw, and they get paid.
On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find room for the big play. He'll be stopped after a short return. It's a coverage unit right on top of it. So the Michigan State Spartans offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. On the run, it's Edwards. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Defense, man, you got to go low, and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Got a man, it's West. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a really good-looking throw, and I love the decision right there. When I think back to my favorite Michigan State quarterback ever, it's Kirk Cousins. Wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest, fastest, didn't have the best arm. But he made good decisions. He read the defense and threw the ball accurately on time. This guy has the ability to do that, too. If he keeps this up, this offense is going to be tough to stop.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Here's Underwood to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. The Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. Maybe some room here. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
Yeah, no matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they've built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. They'll have to hurry if they want to get another play off before the quarter ends. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. Rivalries are the lifeblood of college football, and here are a few of the things that make this one special. chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Marsh. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense is where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Ball at the 31, third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. Let's see exactly where they mark this, but it looks as if they're going to be a few inches short of the first down. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. They'll run for it. He's got enough for the first down, and they might get some extra. It looked like a face mask to me. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. That 4th down penalty feels as if it is really going to be costly, but we're about to find out now. It's 1st and 10. Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
And he made the extra point without problem. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. To the air on 1st down. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a play, it's intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. Motion from the wideout. Underwood. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Underwood. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his 2nd right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul.
The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. It can get frustrating chasing that quarterback, but you got to pull up. The roughing the passer penalty gives them the 1st down. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
Michigan State's offense heads out, ready to go to work. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. And with that last grab coming up just short of the sticks, plenty of options here on 2nd and short. Makes the grab in their space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
You never want to say it's over early. I mean, we're here early in the game, but considering what the scoreboard is saying, they absolutely had to have that play for them to stay in this football game. And sometimes it just takes one great throw and one great catch to wake you up. They need to score a touchdown on this drive. They need to score another touchdown on their next drive, but maybe that's the play that turns things around for them.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it. To the turf.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And there will be no return on this one, and he can't get it out of bounds. The ball will come out to the 20. Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to the ground with the running back. Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Gives it on the option. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing, Underwood. Shoots it to the left. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Makes the grab. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, they have a massive lead, and we're only in the 2nd quarter, but they're not calling the dogs off. They are staying aggressive, and they are taking shots. Another hookup there for this offense. Everything that they are dialing perfection, they're looking to add already to their blowout lead.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. Huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll start this drive going to the air. On target. Makes the grab and room to run. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Unloads it left. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the first half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Finds his tight end. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
I think we're getting an idea of how good he can be. Like, this tight end has 5 catches already. We're still in the first half, but finding a way to get open, different parts of the field, reading zone, beating man coverage. This guy's been a matchup problem.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Here's Underwood to throw. Finds his man. It's Buchanan. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use the timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Marshall. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. Bryce Underwood to the air again. Unleashes to the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
And he misses. How about that, man? Like, it seems like everything he's thrown so far has worked, especially down here. He's already got 2 touchdown passes. Again, I'm kind of surprised when he misses down here.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Underwood. They're working that left side. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket breaking down. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Right on target the first time. Now he'll try another from 24 yards out. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll push that lead out a little further. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Interesting first half, fellas, and an eye-opening day here in Week 10 on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Oregon taking on the number 9 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the home team keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now over to your game inside the Big House. This tight end is enjoying quite the day through 2 quarters. It's amazing how athletic tight ends are now and just how much they're utilized. He's played a starring role in giving them this halftime lead. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Michigan and Michigan State plays out.
He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
The Spartans head coach told me coming out of the locker room, they are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Reese?
Okay, Holly. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back to pass. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Pulls it in. It's Marshall. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And the defense, they've got him at the 27.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Wants to throw on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
Throwing, Underwood. That's caught. It's Marsh. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Wide receiver going in motion. From the red zone, it's Marshall. He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. And the Wolverines line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in, pounding his way in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan! The Wolverines have a nice little cushion in that Paul Bunyan trophy almost within their grasp.
Sparty can't quit, though. This game means too much. In the rivalry, in the conference play, in recruiting, Sparty now has to dig deep, and they've got to fight back. Just takes one play, David.
Yeah, and these guys are a bunch of underdog guys, right? These guys are the ones that are talked about in this rivalry as inferior to Michigan all the time. You got a chance to keep fighting, showing what's inside your chest.
Michigan State has the ball back, and here comes the offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll start this drive going to the air, and his throw is incomplete. Paul Bunyan, a huge part of trophies in the Big Ten. He's got an act. He's got this trophy for the Spartans and the Wolverines. Where do you guys rank this trophy?
Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, there's so many trophy games, I feel like, in the Big Ten, David. This game, obviously, it always has Big Ten implications, national championship implications. I will be honest, Paul Bunyan trophy gives me the heebie-jeebies a bit, though.
You don't like it, it just kind of gives you the heebie-jeebies. I hear you, but how about Reese throwing a ranking on us? Rank the trophies? Reese, what are we doing here? We're not ranking trophies. Huge rivalry game, a lot of emotions. We're not talking about ranking trophies.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to throw again. Trying to set up the screen. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling. This offense hasn't found the end zone yet. Starting to move, it's 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Complete in the middle. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Spartans go back to work. Running the red zone. It's Edwards. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They feed him again. There's a crease. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Sparty. He'll try to tack on one more. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Timeout taken by the Spartans, their 1st of 3. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Other scores around the country.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll send the tight end in motion. Snags it, and there's running room. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the 2nd level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has his defense's head spinning with the option. to the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his second touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Reporting from the Michigan State sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment. They've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The offensive line's got to get it together, giving up a sack on the last play, and now it's third down. Throws to the wideout. And that third down pass left a vapor trail, but it's incomplete. And the Spartans will call on their punt team. Not a lot of room to field this one. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. The give on the option. Looking for room at the 40. At the 45, on its way. Flying down the left side. Touchdown, Wolverines. Excellent pass by the back on the option. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Here comes the Spartans offense ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees him, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Spartans will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Not a lot of room to make this catch. They stop him immediately, flying down the field, and get to him before he can even get started. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. So first down will open up the final period. On the move. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll send the back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Fowler Nicolosi. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Just a short pass to the tight end. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Wolverines will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Looking downfield on first down. Looking down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his second sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big.
They make the stop just across the 30 at the 31. It's fourth down.
Well, you got third in California, not a lot of play calls for that, so they go with the safe run, and a nice job getting a lot of the yardage back. Obviously, you don't get the first down, you either do two things. One, you help out the punter here, or if you decide to go for it and you trust your quarterback in your passing game, let's find out what this coach wants to do.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter.
Snags it, and he's open. And he's finally ushered out of bounds, but not before. He makes a good gain. Get a big play like that last one, you flip the field, you change the momentum. Now it's first and 10 from the 38. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. After the productive first down play, it's second and 6.
Here we go. Ready? Wide, 53. Let's go.
Looking for a man. It's Fowler DiColosi. They go to the wide receiver screen. Stopped just inside the 25. Will mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. First down here for the offense.
Down, ready, go, go.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's first and 20. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. And now on second down for this offense. The run inside. It's Stewart. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Here they come on third down, and the defense has had no answer so far. The give on the counter. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. This is going to be a 46-yard field goal attempt. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Number 22, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Single back formation, and they give it to him. At the 40, there he goes. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Powers through the defender. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. As has been the case for the majority of this rivalry,